Today we are going to discuss about the data types and the variables. They are the important topic and they could be the foundation block for your Swift programming language. So we need to decide like what are variables and then what are the data types. So they both are very important. So first of all, let me just tell you what is a data type. In Swift, we need to store some data. Okay, so in order to store some type of a data value, like I want to store 1 in my computer. So in order to store this, I have to just make sure like I use a variable, because in, let's say, this is a computer memory. In the computer memory, we need to make sure like this part of the memory is being reserved for my one variable. So here I can just write 1. So now, in order to make sure like I want to call the computer like this memory is mine, I can name it as A. So when I say hey computer, like where is my memory A, so now computer knows, okay, A is the address, you can say A is the address of that location in the memory. So computer will go and search for A, and in the memory it will get A. So it will see, oh, I have the memory named as A, and then I will ask, hey, who lives in A? You can just say like that. So then the computer will say 1 lives in A. So this is how a variable you can say. For instance, let's take another example for better understanding. If I declare a variable A B as 10, so what will happen now in my computer? I have just assigned a memory block whose is having 10 in that, and this memory space is being occupied. Now we will call this memory space with the name as AB. Okay, so I hope things are very clear to you. So let me just highlight this again. Okay, so this is now what will happen when we have occupied this memory space as 10, having 10 in computer. Now this is the address. AB is the address, like this is your house, and this house is having an address like, let's say, house number 85. So at 85, who lives? Mr. Smith lives here. So in the same way, you have to go to the house number AB, and then your computer memory, that is the computer memory if we talk in the technical terms, and at that memory location you need to ask like who is there. So computer will say 10 is living here. So this is how a variable basically stores the memory location or the data that is being stored in the computer. When people ask what is a variable, you can just say like it stores a value. How it stores a value, then you can tell like it is the reference that has been made to the memory, and that reference part stores 10. So basically variables, and these are known as variable as the name suggests. Their values could change. They are not like fixed forever, like AB will have 10 lifetime. No, you can make it if you want, like, no, I don't want 10, you can make it to 100. As simple as that. So okay, so basically variables store some values in the computer memory, and then they could change with time as per the user or as per the demand. Simple. So now what type of values could be stored, we need to cover that. So in this, I need to just show you like there are many data types. Swift provides us many data types. We can have integer data type, float, double, string, character, okay, and many more. We can have even byte, and there is a boolean type of data also. So what type of the data, I can just give you with the example. Like integer stores all the whole number values. Okay, whole number, natural numbers, okay, that are non-decimal, like 100, 1000, -1, all. Then float basically stores decimal number with the precision to be 8, like all the decimal numbers, but after decimal till 8 values. Whereas double can store all the decimal numbers, like let's say 19, and after that the decimal value could be 15, like 15 decimal numbers could be stored. So double has a higher capacity to store number as compared to float. In string, what we can say, we can store any letter or any word in that. For example, I can just store apple here. This is a string. So in double quotes, whatever we write could be a string, or any character could be a string. Like let's say I can say @ any character could be a string. Same goes for character. Character is a single letter, you can say, or any keyboard character. Okay, so it could be plus as a character, any single. But if you say char as ma'am, can I put it AB? So it would be wrong. It is not. It is a string now. When there are more than one character, it becomes a string. So you need to make sure like this is character first of all. So you need to make sure like this has to be only a single letter only, or a single key. Okay, so you can just give A, now it is a character, B, it is a character, at the rate is a character. These all are single keyword or keys. Then similarly for the byte is having -1 to 8 to 128, 127. That is their range. So if you declare any number that is, let's say, -100, so this is within the range, so it could be declared as a byte. So these are basically range or subset of integers. Boolean means only true or false value. It could store only true or false. So there are many more data types like unassigned integer, signed integer, that signed integer, unsigned integer, and many more. So that you can explore over Swift documents that is being provided by the Apple. Okay, so you can just go and hover over those topics, but I have given you a glimpse that we require in day-to-day life or for our programming. Okay, so now let's go ahead and then see them in practical implementation, like how we are using these. Okay, so let me just give you one more example, like how you need to declare those variables. Okay, so now how you can just declare these variables, like it could be like if you want to declare an integer, so it could be an example of you can declare where is a keyword which makes keyword, like it is an indicator or a keyword that gives computer the signal like I am now going to declare a variable. Okay, so if I say variable, and variable can be of any length of a letter. Okay, so it could be A as of now, and then colon if you want to specify like I want an integer variable only, and then here you can give the value. If you don't want to specify the type, you can give like this. Computer is not computer, Swift is a very smart programming language, so it can just at its own identify like looking the value of the variable, whatever value the user has given, like 10 it can identify like it is an integer, so automatically it will assign variable integer value. Okay, so it will see like variable is of type integer storing 10, but here we have declared our own self like it is a variable that is of integer type storing 10 data. Okay, and here if we give variable a equals to 10, the computer or the Swift programming language is being smart enough to automatically, by seeing the data value, it can identify the variable stores an integer value. So that's how we can declare. So let's go and have a hands-on over this. Okay, so now let's see and just remove this everything that has been written. So again we are back in the playground, and now let's give a variable var. As you can see, the color changes, so where it directly indicates like this is my keyword. So if I take A and then colon int, so you can see int here, and then just make it equals to, and just we can give it any value. Let's give it 29. Simple. And now let's print in order to check whether 29 value is being given to the variable A, and we just simply print it, and after printing we can just wait for the compiler to run, and we will get the values. So here you can see it has been still running, the playground has been running, and we need to wait for the playground to complete its execution. Okay, and here we can just see, so here sometimes it takes time, and we can put it run automatically. Now automatically it will run, so we can just get the values very easily. So here you can see 29 has been printed in the output, and even in 29 has been printed as the output, you can also see here what you can see, like in the playground here you are getting the value as 29 in this panel also. You can see the panel, in the panel you get the value 29, so it indicates like okay, so 29 is the value that is being assigned to variable A. As simple as that, you have done also, so you can easily see 29 is the value that has been assigned. Okay, so now let's go over with other variables also and see like how we can do with those. Okay, so now let me just go over to my screen, and then let's just write again another variable, and let me remove this pen and drop it down here. So now let's go for another variable. We have studied like we can take another like double also, so let's take B and let's take it double, and after that in double we can store 21.45. As simple as that. And over here you can see 21.45 29 has been printed, and after that we can just print this also. So we need to build it again, and here you can see over here 21.45 is being stored. Okay, so, and let me just remove this again, close this. Okay, so done. So I have to close this, it is giving us problem. Now we need to print in order to check whether B really got this value or not, and you can see it is getting that value. Even you can just confirm from here also, like the value is being stored in double type B. Okay, so now if I declare C as equals to true as a boolean value, so, and we go for the printing also of the C, so we can easily do that. You can see now after a certain time it will run again and true is being printed. Automatically printing this is being allowed by this blue one. If you long press, you can see automatically run. So I have made it automatically run, so every time I don't have to press for it. If you go to the where C and press the command and command key and then click over C, so you can just see over the definition. So over the definition you can just see like what type of a value is it. Here you can go and just see, click over this, and as of now we can just see like what type of a value. So it is true. So true means it is a boolean type. You can assign it to false also, as up to you. Now let's declare some string. So that in order, let's take it a name, and let's, after this name, let's assign it to string, and string is equals to, let's take it code effectively. So here you can see effectively. So here also you can see it has started taking the value. Code effectively is already been put in the string, but still if you want to see by printing it, you can just go like this and print it. So here you can see code effectively is also been printed. Again we can do for C is equals to of character type, and here in the character we can just give it, and we can just print it here, print C, and we got the output. So here we can see, okay, C has been already been taken, so let's make it as of now CC, and it will be just printed as here. So you can see here it is again being printed the value. So it's very easy, and you can do these things at your own. Try putting some values and try put some data over that and printing. So here also you can just have a look also, it is not as tough as that. So these are some things that you can just try over your computer and just see whether you are getting the output or not. So this is the integer type. We have tried double, string, and character. For more videos and for more, you can just go for the documentation and see like how things work and how you have to create over those. So that's it for this video, and if you want to go, you can go over like this, how is a string, and you can look over the string, like what are the functions that you have in the string. How you can do, you can just put the click over this character and then click the command, press the command key, and then put a click, right, left click, and then you can go to the jump. You can just directly see. Okay, if you go, you can take a quick help in over here also, you can get the idea. Same for if I want to just check what is a name that you have, this name data type, what is exact data type, am I giving it correct or not. So just see quick help. So in this quick help you also got to see like here it is saying declared in my playground, okay, and here where name, and it is of type string. Even if you just remove this type, if you don't want to specify, Swift programming language is smart enough, it will directly understand like this being so long, it is having multiple characters, it is a string type. Like how, press the command key and put that left click on the name, and you can just go to the quick help. You can see it again. I haven't specified string this time, but Swift programming language has specified this variable as string. Automatically it assigned a data type that is being string. So this is how the beauty of this language is, it can automatically assign the variables data type, okay, if we do not give it. It's as simple as that. So that's it for this video. Stay tuned for the next videos.